Unless
Not
it's
have
somebody-
apple, yeah.
Yes, unless somebody that doesn't have apple, then it'll be green.
Oh, okay. But you have an iPhone.
Yes.
We'll call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum present. Are there any public comments prior to? I have one question. Joe, is there any particular reason why you're doing this?
Yes, sir.
Just a matter of information.
I'm here to learn more about the 4B Corporation, and a lot of people would like to know more about it, so I'm here to hear what you say and see what you do during this meeting.
Okay, well, that's a good reason. I'd like to sit down with you sometime.
I would too, sir,
And,
whenever it's convenient for you.
yeah, let's make a date. Want to?
How about Saturday at noon for lunch?
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah,
Okay,
Saturday evening, where?
you choose.
You don't tell people to choose. Because if they say choose, you say
Time,
forever.
when-
Your choice.
Wherever you want.
Your choice.
We can go to bars, we can go to.
Not on Saturday.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen sounds good. I like Dairy Queen.
Bar's not there
Can
on
you get in
Saturday.
a corner?
He said
We
Dairy
go to
Queen.
one of the Hispanic restaurants.
How about Dairy Queen? You like Dairy Queen?
That's fine.
Dairy Queen, Saturday at noon?
Saturday evening.
Sounds
What time?
great.
11
He's
o'clock.
saying noon and you're saying evening.
Oh, evening or,
What time?
how about noon on Saturday?
Noon on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Will that work for you?
Sounds good.
Awesome, thank you.
I really think, and I've been thinking about writing an article about 4B, because I think a lot of folks in town have a misconception of 4B. And I don't really think they realize what all 4B does for the community. We have one goal in mind, to make this place a better place. That's it. Better for the kids, better for the community, nothing else, nothing else. If it'd be something else, I wouldn't be on this board. Okay, let's go to item 3, consider possible action to approve the June, July, meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded, we approve the minutes as presented. Is there any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All voted for. Item 4, review of possible action to approve bills to be paid this month.
The countywide was for the notification of bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It didn't mention for being the bond.
Is that also for the public hearing?
Which public
Don't
hearing?
we have to have something in the paper for public hearing?
Yes, but that will be in next week's paper.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't gotten a bill for that yet.
Next week.
I thought the
Oh,
public
this week's paper,
hearing.
I'm sorry, this week's paper.
When is
They
the
don't
public
come out
hearing?
till Wednesday, do they?
27th?
Yes, on 27th.
27th.
They'll come out tomorrow.
It comes out.
The local paper,
I won't be-
Tuesdays.
Man, I'm gonna assume the top part of this had nothing to do with us.
We got a meeting.
Intelligence system study.
No, sir.
Where do these start?
You can't do
Just
that.
if you go to Kenedy,
To the ball fields?
Just
yes, where it says ball field,
I got a doctor.
the bottom part of the page, the first page.
That's all. That's all.
This time.
Both of them.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
talking
good.
about, and if I
Can we
don't
do
go,
a
I'll
GPS
get
map?
shot.
No,
Okay, so it's, between those two items, all right.
Yeah, I came up.
Yeah, you got to keep it. Huh? Oh, I know, he told me something. Yes, we. I make a motion, we approve of the bills.
Motion is made to approve the bills as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Joanne. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All voted for. Look like our deposits are holding true. As a matter of information, Joe, we've been blessed with the idea because we did some investing and got a little all money. and therefore we're able to do some things that normally we wouldn't be able to do. And our sales tax is holding steady, so, all that involved gives us a pretty good lump sum every month. This month is 147,000. This month. All right, item 5, consider possible action to approve the financial report.
It's been a week since I checked, but our, they've gone down from about 2.4 to 2.1 interest payments on that. It may have gone down since then, but still beating zero.
Still beats nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, but the amount we're making, because the Fed cut interest rates, and because of some of the problems with the yields on the 2 and 10-year notes, our rates are going down as well on that. On the other hand, it did help us get a cheaper bond, so. that looks
Yeah.
nice.
The interest was in that high,
Well, we lose at one place, gain at the other.
yeah.
It was out, so. 558,000, I'll leave that, we'll leave that. We're gonna look at that.
The next one, we find even interest on that.
That's because we got so many bills.
So we're gonna make a motion to approve the financials.
Motion been made that we approve the financial report, seconded by,
I made the motion.
okay.
Joed seconded.
No, that was. for-
Oh, was that the bill?
That was.
Well, we got it.
Maybe I
Betsy
didn't.
made the motion to accept the financial report. Joanne seconded, and I'm asking if there's any discussion.
This is what we're discussing.
That's what we're discussing.
We were discussing the financial.
Yeah.
Gary got it.
Okay. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All voted for. Item 6, we'll go into a budget workshop regarding the budget. This is the final stage of the budget before we present it at an open hearing. Everything in there is pretty well set with the exception of a few items.
It's higher than what we had. She put that balance from the fund, that 600,000 in there. We didn't have that on our last workshop. We had 1,302,000. Now we've got 1,727,000.
That's fund balance.
Yeah, she put that in there. We didn't have it when we worked
Yeah,
on it.
okay.
Yeah. So this, what we've got now should be our final one.
Yes. Is that 600,000 gonna hold true?
I'm sorry?
The fund balance is 600,000, is that gonna hold true?
I don't know, it depends if y'all make any changes.
I'm sorry.
It depends if y'all make any changes
To what?
to the expenditures.
How's it gonna fluctuate? How much, you don't have any idea what?
It all depends on whatever changes y'all make with the expenses.
If we decide to cut back on some of the items,
And
then
it'll be
it'll
less.
be less. If we decide to increase the budget, it'll be more.
Yeah.
So this is what we're starting with right now.
Okay.
Can you take them?
Sure.
Okay, let's start up at the top. Now, the fund balance, the payment for the sports complex bond has changed. So originally it was 563,000.
Leave him more with us. He didn't.
It is now changed to what?
I believe 487,000.
How much?
487,000.
487,000. So it's dropped, what, 60, 70,000?
Which one?
Is it even for 87?
I believe so, 76,000.
You know if the bonds have actually been sold yet?
I'm not sure.
Okay, moving on, advertisement, we'll leave it like it is. Bookkeeping services, okay. Now, the Escondido Parkway project, we still owe $340,000 for the splash pad. And they're asking for a little more to finish the skateboard project. Originally, at the last meeting, we talked about 300,000, but I don't think we need to get 300,000.
Have they got some more money come in, maybe because pictures in the paper say if anybody wants to
I
give
don't
to
know. I would say we cut that at least half of the 300. At
Yeah.
least half.
Because we've been carrying the balance of the whole park.
I know.
I mean, I know other businesses have given, but
Well, I asked
not
them-
like us.
Yeah, I asked him
Yeah.
last time, did he ask for anybody else for money?
Yeah, I don't think they have.
The skate park, the problem with asking if anybody wants to join or, contribute to it is there's probably no way to name it. Or, put their names on it. A lot of people are buying things for, memory of somebody or, the family of somebody's buying something. The skate park is just like, well, here's $1,000, thanks. I'm not sure how much that requesting extra money is gonna work for them.
Well, that's what I was wondering, he asked for like 300,000. And if we cut it down to 100,000, are they gonna be able to get that into the phase one?
I don't know, but if we give them 150,000 this year, we
Give
can.
them nothing next year.
We can see if they have any, because they come back and ask for another 300,000 next year, it's like, no,
Yeah.
you know.
So what,
If they need a little bit more to finish it next year, well, that's fine, but if this just keeps adding and adding and adding, then the answer is no, we'll find it somewhere else.
so what is that Escondido Parkway project amount?
590 if we go with 150.
590?
Yeah.
490.
490.
490.
490.
490, yeah, excuse me. Oh, I get that 590. Okay.
They added 150 to that. already.
490 instead of 590.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
490.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, coming on down, Ariel Rogers Field, nothing, Johnny Bear Field, that's the field that's not gonna be, that's the field that's not gonna be included into the project. So, I thought maybe we might want to leave that at that amount in case we have to do some upgrading on that field.
Okay.
You got a hang up about that?
No.
Jim, you okay with that?
Okay with that?
All right, Old Shack Field doesn't need anything, Wasso Field doesn't need anything. HEB, $30,000 for HEB payment, how many more years we got to pay on that?
I believe about 2 more years.
2 more years?
Yes, sir.
And the bad part about it, we can't say, let's pay it out, because we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Every month is different, you know.
Because of the.
And it may not be
tax that they pay.
30,000, right?
Tax,
It may not be 30,000.
And not be, it's a tax they collect and reimbursement that's working on.
Okay.
Mhm. It changes.
Okay, coming on down to legal fees, 6,000, probably will leave it like that. Now, the newer things, one of them which is the fence around the field.
You gave me 80,000 there. I thought. The bid was 73 and you gave me 80, I think. Yeah.
Was there any other bidders?
The fence. The.
Smart didn't bid on it?
Delagarza.
I say Smart didn't bid on it?
He's the one who's been building the fence.
Smart is the baseball, the basketball court.
Basketball court fence.
Pardon me? The basketball cover, not Smart from Kenedy.
The fence builder. We're talking about
He's
Smart, the
from
fence
Rocky.
builder. His name is, last name is Smart.
Yeah,
Yes.
when it comes time, we will give bids to make sure that it's gonna be there.
James has something to say.
Budget.
Clarence Smart did contact me.
Mhm.
I pushed it off on Jimmy because I didn't have the dimensions. So he has contacted us to provide a bid. We just have not received a bid from him.
You what?
Clarence Smart, he did contact me.
Uh-huh.
I pushed that off on Jimmy. I didn't have the specs. So he did contact us to provide a bid, but he has not yet provided that bid.
Okay. And this fence company, this is with backstops, right?
That is backstops, I believe.
Yes.
It is? Okay. And the reason you have that
This
is,
is not the park, this is just a baseball.
no, that's the park. That's,
Warm up.
right. A while back, we had talked about that, and then yesterday, the guy from Nixon Services asked me, show me where Mr. Keeson wants the backstops. And I told him we were gonna put them right here where you're talking about the soccer field, so we're not gonna do it there. We'll try to do it behind where the new red hole shack is gonna be, behind the wall of trees. So I didn't know if you wanted to move forward with those or not, but there's an accurate number if you do.
So it's $1,875 for each backstop,
Yes, sir.
11,000 complete.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
You got 80.
This is, that was the grand one. What is this from? I'm saying we had something from, on that That's the basketball, we haven't gotten to that yet.
So, do we need to lower
Yeah,
that
I know it is. She
80,000?
said he didn't get a bid.
Or is there something else?
No,
that we
he
need?
was bidding on something else.
I think
That's,
it was like
What about the other
73,000 and Mr. Keegan said just to leave it at 80, only a little extra.
Is the 75,000 still a bid on the other fence around the park?
yes.
Yes. 74, I believe.
Okay.
But we haven't received no other bids. so-
We have not received another bid. We've only received the one bid, which was, who was that, Jimmy De La Garza?
Yeah,
From De La Garza.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, and so, and we raised that to 8,000 because there's always really something in there that you didn't count.
Whatever you guys want to do.
right, thank you.
But,
Are y'all okay with that?
but they can't start the fence
Until
until all the
we
drainage is done, right?
right.
So,
But we've got 74,000 plus 11,000, so we're coming up short.
yeah.
With the backstops you
Yeah,
are.
with the backstops, if that's part of the fencing.
How many backstops will we have? Because it says each backstop.
3.
6.
How many?
6. Doesn't it say 6 on there?
No,
Well, 6 times 1,800.
It doesn't say 6 backs. Where did the 11,000 come
it
from?
just says
It
each
doesn't-
backstop, that's all it says.
It says total labor and
Yeah.
materials.
It don't
It is,
say,
it is for 6.
What is that?
The 1875 times 6
Do we
is
need 6 then?
11,250.
Well, if you have 30 teams out there on a weekend, I think you're going to need 20, but I think we'd be pushing if we ask for more than 6.
And do we have space for that?
We're going to have space behind where the new hole shack is going to be. Originally, we wanted to put it where you guys are proposing the soccer field, but it's not going to work there because we'll tear up your soccer field. So, I don't know if that answers your question.
So the total will be 11,000.
I believe so. I don't have the paper in front of me, but I believe so.
That's not really enough if the,
Yeah, that's-
if the fence
that's
is
6.
73,000 and that's 11,000, you need a little bit more.
So we have 85. You want to put 85 or you want to take that up to 90?
No what?
On fencing.
Well, I'll take it up there if it includes the backstop.
Yes, well, you see, the 74,000 we got plus the 11,000, actually 11,200, that takes it up to 85. And so if we take it up to 90, then that can include whatever comes down the pipe we weren't expecting here.
80
90.
and 11?
Yep.
Nice.
No, 74.
That's 90.
74 plus 11 is 85. And then the additional on top of it in case there's something that comes unexpected. As you know, it always does.
What do y'all think?
So we want to do 90?
Yes.
On the fence?
Yeah, that's going to include the back.
Fence and backstop.
Yeah, it'll be the
Okay.
the 74,000 plus the 11,000. Now. Should have that's what
Restrooms.
Okay, Lucille told me she was gonna be here tonight, that she had talked to you about it. Did y'all talk about it? Okay. She was gonna get a bid so that we would at least know how much to kind of put in there.
You want to call her and ask her?
And I told her 4-4, because you said 4 men, 4 women.
I just don't want one of them to be occupied when I'm trying to go.
Well, I will make sure of that.
We'll put Larry Kiesling stall.
I'm gonna put Larry Keesling on one of them, right?
I don't want to be hindered.
Okay, okay.
Put a flag around the tree.
Yeah.
Tree and go-
Okay, while she's doing that, let's go to the soccer field.
Okay, now you said you had a man from Charlotte.
Came down there Sunday,
Okay,
gave us a bid.
all right. And?
All right, this includes, roundup, clearing out all the debris, okay? Clearing the area, leveling, tilling the ground, sprinkler system in, booster pump, and sod, complete field sodded. 73,000.
Wow.
123.
Now, is that on the very back side, very
Well,
inland?
whatever they,
Mr. Richards has that
What
information.
we did was we started off where you were, and we can put it there if you want. He suggested moving it to the west a little bit, because then we'd actually have room for a second one if we decide to put one in later on. Now, the only problem is that we have all the parking down at the far end, and people are gonna complain about having to walk the original distance, they'll really complain about walking the extra distance. But we can, and the other thing is that right now, where we originally had it, there's a little bit of a swale down there where it collects water. And so if we move it partially to the west, we can get out of there and get into more flat land that's a little bit higher. The city has to run their drainage and stuff through there first,
To the west or to the south?
to the west.
For the house.
Because we're limited how far we
Okay,
go north,
okay.
south. We're stuck.
Okay.
So the only thing we can do is just the east and
East,
west.
all right.
And so, we can make a final decision because it won't change the price any.
the field will be 300 feet by 150.
Awesome, awesome.
I think it's a very good price
I'm surprised.
That's
to do that.
less than half of what we had put down there.
Anticipated.
Yeah, do we
Yeah.
know what the, goals cost? They are very expensive.
The what?
The goals.
Yeah,
No, you never
because
went to a dog.
We're there, we-
Oh, we'll use the one we got. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
so 73,000? Is that what you said, Larry?
That's what it is.
$73,923.
75.
Round it up.
Might as well round it off to 75.
I was gonna say, do we want to round it, up, or anything we might want to put additional in there, or anything else? pops up. 75,000,
75 to
do you want
80.
to take it to 80?
Sounds cheap for what we were talking
I
about.
know. Yeah, we had 165.
Uh-huh.
We're adding 10% to everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would take us to 80.
Yeah, let's do that, 'cause
Okay, so soccer field goes from 165 to 80.
Sounds good.
yeah,
Oh,
decreasing.
we skipped over the ponds, did we?
And the basketball covers.
Do you want to?
Well,
We're gonna skip over the pond. I think we better table that.
You want us to take it out or leave it?
I'll take it out.
All right,
The pond,
Yes.
so it goes to 0.
no pond.
Wait just a minute. The ponds we did okay with the aerators, didn't we?
I don't know. I haven't been down there.
Yeah. I think
I
that's
see it
working.
working, but I
I
haven't
think
checked the
it's-
fish.
I think it's working right now, okay? Because I just talked to David yesterday, or, no, Friday, I guess.
If the problem is that we start draining that, then we've got to deal with the liner and stuff this year as well. And, that liner may need to be replaced when we do that, so it's maybe, it may not just be sucking mud out of it, it may be some more serious issues with it because of the age of it.
I'll say leave it at
Did
So
y'all
we
talk
might
about
wanna-
raising them?
So for next year, we might want to plan on what it would take to redo the ponds
Yeah.
entirely. At that time, you can change the shape of it, you can make it
See, well,
deeper
right now,
shower.
we put a, piece of wire, not a piece, yeah, kind of like a net wire over the koi fish. So
Yeah.
that's kind of taken care of. And then the ponds, they only lost 2 fish, but the aerator's working, I think, I haven't heard.
But anyway, if you could consider that for next year and
Okay.
a full redo next year rather than sort of a stopgap this year.
Okay.
Because right now, if we work on it, dig it all out, then when they do all the digging for the drainage lines, all this silt gonna come,
Exactly.
backfill it up again, so we wasted a bunch of money for nothing. Wait till the drainage is done, everything's settled down, grass starts growing again, then we do the silting.
I'll be back.
No problem. But at least we'll know all the silt ain't coming in,
Yes.
But like I said, if we don't need it, fine, but plan on a new liner.
So, yeah, we're gonna take everything out of there.
Take the 30,000 out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get, you didn't find anything else from Lucille?
No, we didn't answer. So we've got the fence, the restroom, okay, we haven't talked about the restroom, we've got the soccer field, we've got the
Baseball.
baseball call. We had a basketball
We
covered.
Okay, we put in the soccer field,
Right.
we have not talked about the restroom.
There's 125,000.
How much?
125 for that.
100?
25.
150.
To get 150 already.
Yeah, I know. So
Why?
I'm saying it's about 275,000.
For the restroom.
The last one that got torn down was $350,000 for something that
Oh.
they could have done a whole lot cheaper
And tore it down.
and tore it down.
Well,
Well, that's history.
I think,
Exactly.
Yeah, but we
I know,
don't need
but
the
it's
fancy
his-
bathrooms where we can
For
have,
people to tear up.
right, and that's what it is.
Yes, that's what it
And so that's what we're gonna
You
do.
stainless steel sinks, stainless steel toilets and everything, they can go in there, power wash, clean it. And,
It needs
you know,
to
I'm
be
sorry,
fixed.
people don't like using our bathrooms.
200 a quarter.
They're not the one repairing it. We're
Yeah.
spending taxpayers' money repairing. And if we do that, we're not protecting the citizens' money. All we do is blowing it on repairs because they know they can break the toilet because they're forced them, the sinks because they're forced them. Stainless steel, they're tough. Takes a lot. That's what they use at the prisons.
Right.
They use that as roadside parks.
Well, and it needs to be built like the new Texas parkways are doing, where you can just go in there with a hose and hose it down, and it
Yeah.
doesn't take so much upkeep.
That's what we wanted
Because all the supplies we purchased to clean.
every month.
Yeah. So, we talked about 4 and 3, but we're going with 4 and 4, right, guys?
We may have to go 2 and 2.
Because we want to spend 220. How much,
$75,000.
Jim, how much would 2 and 2?
If Jimmy says it's gonna be that, Jim's gonna stay there, that.
I'm not sure, I just know that price is.
So this, was this under 52 too?
And the parking area, they're gonna be another second bathroom.
No, we
No,
said
two
add
and
some
These
more.
won't
This
be,
would be a third.
these won't be, what is it, I believe these are gonna be by the playground?
Yes,
Is what you-
but she was asking me.
Do you know
I don't have any information on it other than
where these
it's gonna be.
restrooms gonna be located?
Well, they wanted it by the playground, but we're gonna have to see how the drainage is gonna work right there, right, Jim? And Jim is under the
Well, I don't think
impression,
we need to put anything where the playground equipment is, that's my personal opinion.
well, this was on
That's
the,
all the room you have for any
yeah.
playground.
Well, this was way on this side of,
Well, that's
but,
what the ladies, the park people want.
I know, but we're kind of
That's what they
think,
talked about.
yeah, and not the, it's not all the parts.
said the corner of,
Way
you're
up,
going in.
yes, closer to HEB.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to look at the drainage and everything before we do all that. And Jim is under the impression that the other restroom is going to be closed, so we kind of want to wait until that is,
Yeah, because it's gonna have a restroom.
well, it's at the end of the parking,
Yeah.
there's a restroom. Everybody park, there's a restroom there. Well, when we novice women, okay, look on there, we don't see it as close as the men see it, I'll put it that way. So,
I want you guys to get the restroom that you're looking for. I want them to get the restroom they're looking for. All I would ask is that we do some thorough planning on the location of the restroom. Because we spent $350,000 on the last one, and we did not plan it. We just stuck it here. We don't want to do that again. Do I think you need one?
I do.
Yes, you're gonna need
Yeah.
one, but I think you're gonna really have to see what you have left out there for property. And where it's proposed now, that's, Jimmy says that that's the only place to expand any other play areas.
Yeah.
So,
well, since they're so high, can we go with 3 and 2?
I'm good with whatever. I don't have enough
Is that
information.
still,
short on the
it's still
You're
200,000?
still short on the budget.
I've just got a problem with the last bathroom costing more than a really fine two-story house brand new.
But,
I agree.
but
I
we
just-
can't talk about that now
No,
because it's a done deal,
because-
yeah.
This, it's
Well,
still
but
coming from.
$275,000, that's
Still
not a
coming
cheap
from the Parks
restroom.
Board.
No.
And
But
it
when we
happened
put-
once, it could happen again, and it's not gonna happen again.
Okay,
So
you're
you said
preaching to the,
$125,000.
you're preaching to the choir here though, okay?
That's still, in my mind, a really nice house.
But what I'm saying is you're preaching to the choir because all of us did not agree on that, okay?
Well, maybe they can get some more money somewhere else. Jim, how many restrooms were you figuring on with what you're saying?
4 and 4.
4 and 4? What would it come down to with 3 and 3?
Oh, no, I'm talking about, y'all want the other one to be 4 and 4. When I gave you a price on them, it's 4 and 4.
But what would it
That's what
cut,
the one in the end of the parking lot, ballpark's gonna be.
so what it would cut down to 3 and 3?
Probably,
$100,000.
probably not less than that, to be honest with you. It's all the prep work and other stuff that goes with it, so.
With foundations?
Yeah, the actual savings probably wouldn't be that much.
You want to do 200,000 for now? See what comes up?
Personally, I think we should just stay with 150,000. The budget can always be amended if we need to get more. Because we don't know what we're playing with until everything's done, then the bathroom project will kick in.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not like we're building it today.
Yeah, that's true.
We're gonna go ahead with
We've
that.
got to get
Yeah.
that
We're gonna go
drainage,
with that.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Drainage and all
all the
that.
drainage and prep work, everything's gonna be done. Okay, it's done now. Where do we wanna build a bathroom?
Yeah.
And we know how deep they can dig, how they can route their lines and everything. Before they pave.
Okay, so
Well,
we're
what-
going with 150,000.
What the Parks Committee is thinking about is the kids that are playing on the playground. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
well, how can we put your name on it?
That's okay with me. I don't care whose name on it.
Okay, so we've got the fence, we've got the soccer, we've got the restroom
Restrooms.
talked about. We have not talked about the cover
That's
or
what we
the,
fixed to talk
That's
about.
what we're fixing to talk about.
Okay. The basketball covers. Now, James, you got anything on that?
Yes, I want to go all the way back to the initial conversation we had, because I feel kind of bad about it. Initially, my understanding was, James, go get us a price on covering both of the courts with one roof. That was what I recalled from the meeting. So I went to do that, and I came back with some whopping crazy numbers. Nobody was happy with those. So then I was sent out to find single covers, one for each court. Does that all sound right so far? Some yes, some no? Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, this is where we're at. We have numbers for both. If you want one, which I highly recommend one if you're gonna do it, and we also have numbers for two individual ones if you wanna do that. My understanding also was, I believe that you wanted to do them individually because we were talking about potentially doing one this year, one next year, and we thought it would make it a lot less expensive.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll throw this number out there. That was, what was his name? Frazier? Michael Frazier? 256,000?
Yes,
That's for two individual covers at the same time. But that creates a drainage issue. Okay? Because the water's gonna come off the roofs that are like this, right in the middle between the two slabs. Jimmy has a number from someone else,
Rhodey.
from Rhodey, R.L. Rhodey. Go ahead.
307 for one ring. 307 for one solid.
For two.
No,
One
one
solid
solid.
One that
roof,
covers
solid
both of them.
roof.
Well, look, yeah, one of them covered.
Yes.
Correct. So those are
And what
the,
would be with the drainage then?
Off the sides.
yep, no problems with one roof.
There's no
That-
problem with the drainage if we cover them both?
Correct.
but that is a good price because if you will look at that, the insulation, they had put there at X number of dollars too, when you look at it. So that's a good price.
But the other two were both over 400.
Right.
Yes.
With insulation. That was at the bottom, it wasn't added.
Why does it need insulation?
It doesn't, yeah, we took that out, it doesn't need it.
But that was on the paper, Felipe.
Yeah, I just did what I was asked to do, and it said insulation, I got the
What the
insulation.
guarantees were or anything on those?
I don't.
That's fine, I'm assuming it comes with some sort of guarantee that it's.
What'd you say, 300, what?
307.
307,
307?
7?
And I don't have a copy of that. The guy went in today, he emailed it to me.
Believe it or not, I try to keep the politics
How
out
tall
of
is
it.
that?
I send the people, I tell them what you guys are looking for, or anybody for that matter. I have somebody else get the numbers submitted to them. I don't deal with the numbers. It just keeps all the politics out of it. That way nobody says, well, how much was the bid? I want a bid lower. I don't do that. So, that's why I don't have all the
How tall
information.
is the roof?
On the sides 14, in the center, I believe 20, 22. I could be wrong.
It's gonna have lights in it?
There are no lights in it at this time. No one said anything to me about lighting
It's
it.
145 by 105.
I don't think we need lights. Personally, not right now.
You don't think we need lights?
Because the park's closed.
23? 14 to 23.
Well, having the covers gonna make.
What was that, Jim? 1 and 12?
Summertime is when.
1 and 4?
It's long
9
days.
o'clock.
145.
Wintertime is dark, then everything will be playing out there.
Still be pretty
Well, we
close.
can put them in if we need to.
Yeah, that's been what we had.
It's gonna really help our Parks and Recs program. We have so
What's
many
the parks
kids going out of
board
town
feel?
on Saturdays to play basketball.
Oh,
Are
they
y'all
not-
for this?
Oh, yeah.
How come you weren't for it a long time ago?
That was before she was on there.
That's forgotten, isn't it?
No,
That's
no,
a
no
horse of a
problem.
different color.
Okay, do we have, you wanna put that in for 307?
Already in it.
You already got it in?
Do we need to put it just a little more? Larry, we saved
307.
we saved 85,000 off of the soccer field, we saved 30,000 off of the pond, that's 115,000.
Yeah.
Added that to the 200, so that came out.
315,
About
but
broke
he
even.
wants
Yeah,
307.
but still.
Okay, we got a couple more items here to look at. Sprinkler system, I don't know whether we, the only time, if the guy puts a sprinkler system in that soccer field, we don't need that $20,000, other than the fact that for a repair on the one we got. I think we can probably drop that down to 10.
Yeah.
And we agreed to 307 on the,
Yeah.
okay, 307.
Okay, the summer youth program, we did not have a summer youth program this year because we didn't have the participation that we needed. But we have a whole new coaching staff,
Yes.
and they have a totally different idea about some things. So I'm not sure we'll not leave that in there. What y'all will.
No, we can leave it in there.
We could have been there, and we don't spend it. Next year,
We can take it out.
we'll look at it, and if nobody participating, we'll find some other program that
Okay,
we can use it.
all right, leave it there. Okay, the supplies, that's okay, the utilities, okay. Is that gonna be enough, 7,000 for utilities?
Yes, sir.
What
And okay, there's some
What kind of
things,
supplies is
are we
that?
talking about?
Fish food, bird food,
Under supplies, that's what that is?
yes, sir.
okay, some of the other things that might come up that I talked to the architect, and that is some landscaping, and he said it was not included in they didn't have anything in there for landscaping on the complex.
That's what,
I'm as puzzled as you guys.
Jim. They asked
Do
me
we
about
want
the
to
last.
then so we can then kind of
Very
step
minimal.
back and decide where the trees should be and stuff?
Yeah.
And that's what, that was.
It's just putting in there so we
Speaking
have
of
it already.
trees,
Yeah.
wait a minute, they are still growing.
They're what?
Speaking of trees, they are still growing.
Yeah, I know, I think he's gonna make me eat crow.
Uh-huh, I hope so.
No, she won't.
No, she just prayed.
We had to put something in there for bird feed.
That's in the.
That's in there, that's supplies.
That's why I was asking all those.
Where's that?
On the
Your
supplies.
supplies.
On the
Underneath it,
supplies?
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, we now have another big item that, hopefully we can get 6 sponsors for new school boards. 6 new school boards with remote controls are gonna cost $60,000. 6 of them. 60,000. If we get the sponsors, it's not gonna cost anything. If we don't get the sponsors,
That's just for the scoreboards, right?
Hmm?
That's just for the
How
scoreboards.
about the control?
Well, I mean, it's got,
remote control.
it doesn't include the running electrical line, it doesn't include the I-beams, it doesn't include the concrete,
Okay,
is that right?
yeah.
So so instead of 60,000.
The electrical will be ran out there already. There'll be an electrical outlet for that, that's part of.
Oh, okay.
Part of the electrical, yeah.
But we still have to pour concrete and put I-beams up.
We gotta get I-beams, and we gotta get somebody to hook them up.
Well, they'll hook them up.
Let me read you what this says. It says, delivery, installation, and final hookup does not include support structure, that's the I-beams, running a data cable, electrical power, or conduit work. It does include delivery, assembly, erection, welding of scoreboards and signs to support structures. Also includes final connection of the electrical power to the scoreboards and final connection of the control cable to the scoreboards and at the control console location. So these boards come with, control systems, radio control systems. They're not, no cables in the ground. They're controlled with,
Like a Wi-Fi.
yeah. Some boards cost more than others, but I was just thinking if we can get 6 people to have $10,000 apiece, we give them, they get their advertising on it. Whatever.
Good idea. I said, good idea. We've got one that committed, or said he would anyway. Said he's got 10 grand that he'll put on a scoreboard for us. So Kathleen's kicking it around.
So we want to leave that item out?
Well, no, we need to put it in, but we need to also make sure that we cover the, all the support stuff that goes with it, so they can come out and look everything up. You said the electrical will be there already, and so they're running it from a box underground to where the scoreboards are. So,
There's gonna be electrical outlets
okay.
all around all the field.
What's your wishes?
75,000, 60,000 for the scoreboards and 15 for the concrete, the I-beams and the labor.
Yeah.
We all for that?
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
All the boards will be maroon, trimmed in white. One of them will have Kenedy baseball on it, or Lion baseball, and the other will have Leopard softball. And the rest of them are just gonna have it.
Hopefully they're gonna have sponsors' name on it.
Well, yeah, but all sponsors.
Scoreboards.
Probably Wells Fargo will.
The old school board, Wells Fargo donated most of them, right?
Okay, next question. It was donated, we had all kind of trouble with that, because we couldn't get a 501.
Yeah.
Does the city have a 501?
Amanda question.
Of course.
That's an Amanda question.
One thing.
I emailed the 4B's attorney to ask them about the 501c3 for the 4B. He has not responded to me yet. I will touch base with him again in the morning and find out.
Think we'll get one?
We should be.
If not, we can get that.
We're obviously non-profit.
When I'm going asking for these people to donate, they're gonna want to know if we got a 501.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say, well, I think we got one. I want to say, yeah, we got one.
501 or 503?
Well, 503.
501c3.
It's 501c3, we've got
Yeah.
one for the Education Foundation.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be hard to get one for the 4B.
Good luck.
It should not be hard to get one for the 4B board.
Okay. Okay, did we say we're gonna put that 75 in there in case?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But the city would need one if the person donated it they're not donating to the 4B, they're donating to the city. Then, it's, am I wrong? I mean, if somebody's gonna give a school board, they're not giving it to the 4B. Or we accepting it and putting it up
On behalf of the
on
city.
behalf of the city.
Yeah.
I would think that's the way it would be.
And be, that way, if they could say it's deductible, yes, because we have one. Or the person says, no, I want to give it to the city, then the city put it up. Or, you know, you understand?
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable donating it to the city,
Yeah, because we've never had anybody
donate to us.
donate to us.
Just take from y'all. Oh,
Yeah, we just paying.
You know what I mean, the legality?
Okay,
Yeah.
to get to 75,000,
Yes.
what's the total figure?
For expenses, we have 1,768,500.
1,700,000 and what?
68,500.
And what's our estimated revenue?
It would be, I did 1,775,000. So we'd be taking 625,000 from the fund balance.
We're short 625,000.
Yes, sir.
What is that, 600? Well, you're gonna give us a copy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tuesday.
Yes.
So that'll change and then,
And obviously, if we get more revenues, then obviously we have less coming out of the fund balance.
For example, this year, y'all haven't even used anything out of the fund
Yeah,
balance.
because we, and like I said, we've already been conservative with our sales tax expectations, our well and gas, you know, we've already been conservative on that anyway, so I don't think we're seeing anything out of the fund balance, have we? We've alreys underestimated what our revenues are going to be.
Joe, for your information, since you want to know something about 4B. We estimate, what do we do with that? Our deposits, you know, we estimate that our deposit for next year will be 450,000 from sales tax. Okay? And we estimate that our oil and gas royalties, 700,000. And we're gonna carry over around 600,000 carryover.
let's see, let's see.
More, 625.
And I can tell you right now, everything we put in here will not happen. It's in the budget, but it's gonna be a lot left over. You have any questions about that?
I'll save them for Saturday. It's too much, I don't want you
If you
guys.
have any questions, I'll take care of it Saturday.
I have a lot of questions and I don't want to waste everybody's time, so I'll just waste yours.
Hopefully I can help you.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate everything this board has done for the parks in this town. My family enjoy the parks tremendously. We go out there with the kids and the dogs, and we just have a ball out there. I've been here long enough to remember what it was like before 4B came along, so I appreciate everything you've done.
Harrison's been more sick
Well,
about those flowers.
I know this board appreciates that, Joe, and we try very hard to do what's right, and we try to do what's in the best interest of all concerned. And we don't have anything to hide. We'll keep everything above the table. All right, do I have a?
Mr. Keeson,
Yes, ma'am.
do we have an update on the tank? Storage tank?
I don't have an answer, I'm sorry. We were debating that thing, and,
The tank.
you know, I've already called in a favor from the guy that has the crane there, but he's gone through so much over there. I mean, they've robbed his equipment.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's just all kinds of crazy stuff. I didn't want to ask him to do another favor, so my suggestion is gonna be, contact Joey Newberry. Ask him if he has a cherry picker that's sitting around, Joey Newberry?
You already did. Barry.
Yeah.
and see if he has a cherry picker that'll do the job. He's local. We pay him or we don't pay him, whichever way we do it, but I can't keep beating up the crane guy that's out there now. I'm uncomfortable asking him to do anything else for us. And I would think that would be the fastest thing to ask somebody
Okay, so
local.
you gonna contact him, you want me to?
I would like for you to, that would be a really good deal. I don't know him that well.
Or the parts board will contact him.
You knew better than ask that question.
I told you they stole the
Okay,
starter, right?
the other question I have, in June, we paid for lights around that walking trail, and they're not up.
We're waiting on AEP or what is it?
AEP, I believe.
AEP, we're waiting on them. They're backed up and we're waiting on them. Not our fault.
Is the trench dug?
Either,
Can't
trench-
reach trenches
I
so
think for the poles.
they're coming.
Okay.
And
Just
I
wondered.
guarantee you Suzanne's after them all the time, checking with them and seeing when they're coming.
All right, I guess we need a motion to go forward with this, or not?
No, that'll be at the next meeting.
Okay. What we have here now on this budget is that we will present it at a public hearing on the 27th of August. From that, it goes to the city council for final approval.
And what time is next Tuesday?
5:30.
5:30?
On the 27th?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
No,
You got it?
I'm doctor's told that it took me 2 months to get out.
Okay, anything else? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
1 second.
Make a motion to adjourn.
James has
No,
something to say.
Oh, James.
I want to backtrack just a second. Last meeting we're at, I believe it was you, Doris, you said something about color, putting color in the park. This is a good opportunity if you cover the basketball court. What colors are you thinking?
In the name of the Father and the Son.
Anything but orange and black.
Oh, no, I, for sure, but I just want to, I mean, if you want color, give us an idea so we can get some color in there.
Color in which?
In the basketball cover, because that's going to be a big structure.
Okay. You let me meet with you, okay?
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
What color would you like?
Ferris, I can have a say in this.
I
too.
know. Let us
No,
girls
if-
meet with you.
If we're gonna do maroons and whites out there for the other stuff, we might as well make that.
Keep the
But
same color.
there is a color maroon that goes with everything at the park.
Yeah, I didn't mean to stir anybody up. I just know that you said I thought that you said we want to try to do something different and add some color. And if you do, we really need to know so we can get those colors for you. Whatever colors
Well, that's
you
when
want out
they were
there.
talking about painting the
Okay.
tank thing out there, and I didn't think it needed to be painted,
Okay.
but.
And-
So y'all will work out any colors then? I
Well, and
don't
Ewald,
want to get my head cut off.
yeah, but Ewald, Ewald, right? Is that where it is?
Yeah.
They,
Yes,
they figured that out for us. We didn't have to figure it out.
right,
Right,
yeah, we did that at the last meeting,
right.
so.
We're gonna go?
What are the colors you talking, be the roof?
The roof, because it's going to be a large structure. I mean, you'll be able to see that, and then the
Well, I
walls
didn't
on the
say
sides.
colors, so but just
You don't
the
want them
roof.
silver, you know what I
No,
mean?
no,
You
no,
want
no,
to,
I would do,
and that would be the perfect opportunity to
You're
add
gonna be
whatever colors you're
surprised how
talking.
much that is used.
Oh, it's
Oh,
unbelievable.
it's used now. It's used now.
It's gonna be used, when it's colored, it's gonna be used for a while.
Yeah, right.
I'm done. I just wanted to make sure that if you wanted color, you had the opportunity to add the color.
Nothing but
no,
lots of-
I would just do with the other colors that are out there.
Get the right maroon shade.
Okay, we'll make it bright red.
No,
Red,
there's a
green,
maroon that
Christmas.
David uses on
Okay, ladies,
everything that's
we
out
have
there.
adjourned.
Okay. Did we adjourn?
No.
We're waiting for a second. Waiting
Oh,
for
I'm
you.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
Ah.
All opposed, say aye.
Aye.
Go home.
You two jumped in so fast last time, I didn't